Good morning, it's Jonathan Barrett with the Morning Debrief. Look, it's quite an interesting night last night, no doubt about it. Market fears for the US is slipping back into recession. As a result of that, even though we had the debt crisis solved, the economic numbers are just not there. The market will now call out for some form of stimulus to help it, or the US will allow the market to reflect proper value. That in itself means that the market can go lower and consistently go lower for some time. We saw some very large moves across the board. Gold was one, up around that 1660 level. Aussie dollar under pressure. The Dow, as we know, is down quite a lot. But anyway, let's run through it just so we can try and get a little bit of depth as to what's actually happening out there. I guess the major news, we're going through here. Nothing to note there, but I guess that the key thing here, if we go through the actual numbers, debt leaves the economy. US recession panel sees odds of a renewed US slump. Now that's one of the big things, a big key there, and obviously we saw a lot of movement. Debt agreement puts US on path to end stimulus. See, once again, there's no stimulus, you're taking out the intravenous strip, and the confidence in Obama's economy rising, frustrating employees. All these things are just thinking that aren't positive, and as a result of that, they certainly took it out. Also energy, crude oil under a lot of pressure, also base metals also under a lot of pressure. So if anything there, when you do go through it, you can see that there's a lot of moving and shaking out there, and let's just try and work through it. The Dow down 2.19%, S&P was down 2.56%, and the NASDAQ down 2.75%. Expect a little bit of a bloodbath here in Australia. The top 50 was down 48, FTSE down 40, 56, CAC was down 65. Looking further, I guess the most important thing, local market down 76, 4319, very negative, broken through those areas. That volatility around that 44, 44, 30, 40 level was quite key, but now we've clearly broken that. Let's have a look a little bit further around the traps. Have a look at some of these movers and shakers. Let's have a look at the dollar first. The dollar 74.56. Interesting thing here. People are looking at interest rates having to move higher. This could be dollar supportive. This could be what we're looking for dollar strength. We'll just have to play it by ear at the moment. That long bong in the US might all of a sudden be attractive, but if the economics are not there, it's a whole new ballgame. Looking at some of the other currencies, the Aussie 177.77, certainly under a lot of pressure at the moment, and I think expectations there are that well, it's a long liquidation. There's no doubt about it. So long dollars is the way to go at the moment. Expect that follow through. Euro 141.97. It has been quite interesting there when you just look at the euro, relatively stable. Obviously they've got some of their own problems. Dollar yen bounced off the low there, 77.44. I actually like that little fella there. Still a lot of volatility. Gold's the big key, 1659, 1660. There's that big move there. People are concerned as a result of that onwards and upwards she flew. So that trend certainly remains there. Having a look at the silver. Silver in itself just hasn't reached new highs. Perhaps we'll get a lift pretty soon on that one. Gold continues to trade, but silver is the poison at the moment. Okay, let's have a look at crude. Crude 93.26. We put the oil inventory, put the report out last night. Let's see what the inventory comes up with tomorrow night. But at the moment, she's right at the lower end of the barrel, excuse the pun. Expectations are if the economy can't get move on, then that's what we're going to see. Lower prices. 95 was the key for us. 9,500 was the range. We bounced around today, but I don't think it looks all that crash hot. Copper also came back from those close to those record highs, 4,437. I think if it breaks out below this area, then down she comes as well. So a little bit nervous there on that front. Now, I guess most attention is going to turn to the markets. So let's have a look, quick focus on the Dow, on what's happening. Where are you? Just have a quick look. Where is it? Just try and get that Dow. I've got the local market there. That's the one I want. They're down 14 already, 11,788. Yeah, it slipped right low, and we're right on those lows at the moment, so expectations are for lower markets. So let's see how that unfolds. But certainly looking still quite weak. Better look at the daily chart as to what's happening there. There you are, right on support. So if it breaks through that level, expect it down to 1100. And I think that can quite quickly. So we're certainly at very key areas for the market, there's no doubt about it, and support. So if we can break through that area, then you'd want to start to do some hedging. Local market under pressure, 43.20. And look, the expectations, I guess, there are back down to 41, 4200. It's failed, broke through this area quite succinctly. Look to try and break through it, but I think the market is saying no stimulus. As a result of what's happening in the US, therefore the US now will be on its own in terms of trying to foster a recovery. And I think it's got a long way to go at the moment. Okay, so that's the SPI, that's the local market. Just to give it a quick snapshot of the numbers last night. And these are some of the things which actually forced its hand. And I think this is, to me, is the big worries. Where are we? That's it there. Just quick, have a look at the second. This data here was just not all that good, and that's one of the key things. Personal income was down. The market was looking for better numbers. Expenditure, consumption all down. So all these things are not very good in terms of expectations. But anyway, let's see how it unfolds. What we do have, obviously, in terms of the economic calendar, the big lead is that unemployment at the end of the week, and the market will be focused squarely on that to see exactly what's going to happen. Okay, Wednesday, ISMN non-manufacturing, factory orders all there. Employment, unemployment, I guess in New Zealand. But as I've always said, next week is the key. Next Friday, sorry, is the key when we've got those unemployment data. So it could be quite shaky. Just locally on the market, just keep an eye on that 41.85. At the moment, the market feels like it's want to test lower. Probably expect a weekday today. Well, that's about it from me today. Just conserve your capital. I think that's the key. And I think that's probably where you got to go at the moment, and probably expect further declines. But that's it. Conserve your capital. We'll certainly talk to you later, and bye for now.